On today's episode of the Cryptoverse. So, on the 1st of February, I put out a video called Venezuela's $5 billion Ethereum-based Petro ICO white paper released. It was pretty popular, and in that video, I talked about the new white paper and how it was going to be based on Ethereum, hence the title. Now, I swear, the version of the white paper that I looked at prior to making that video said they were going to launch it on Ethereum. I've looked at the site today after hearing a few rumors, a few people talk about it being based on NEM, and I was like, it's not based on NEM. I've already analyzed this. Went back to the Petro white paper website, downloaded the white paper again, went to section 4.2, which talks about the token emissions and the initial coin offering, and now there is no mention of Ethereum whatsoever. It actually says the pre-sale will start on the 20th of February and will consist of the creation and sale of smart assets on the NEM blockchain platform. There you go. Can you believe this? Now, moving on from there, there's this website called the Caracas Chronicles, which is a media outlet out of Venezuela. Their tagline is something like, "Making Venezuela make sense." This fellow has published this article called "The Petro Hasn't Raised a Dime." Now, you can look at that for yourself, but he lists a few smart contract addresses on NEM that are allegedly this smart asset for the Petro, but apparently the tokens aren't moving. So he says here that there was a last minute switch from ERC20 tokens to these NEM mosaics, which are these smart assets. He says this happened under suspicious circumstances. Did the developers agree to this change, or was it done under Maduro's whim? We wouldn't put it past him, would we, for Maduro to just rule with that dictatorial iron fist once again. Moving on, this fellow says that you can see the PTR token on Ethereum. I can see it. I'm looking at Etherscan right now. The PTR token with 100,000 coin supply, but there are only 5 accounts on Ethereum that hold these Petro tokens. Right? One account has like 63% of them, one has 37% of them, and there's a few others with just like bits of dust in it. But these accounts still have all that Petro in it. If they were doing an ICO, and if, like Maduro claims, they'd raised $700 to $800 million, well, surely those tokens would be moving. You wouldn't still have 2 accounts that account for nearly 99% of all the tokens. So clearly, either they're not using Ethereum or they're lying, right? So moving on from there, this is why you need to check out this article that this fellow has written, because he puts screenshots to the NEM smart contracts and so on, and also says that these tokens aren't moving either. So we've got the original setup, the Ethereum-based tokens, they're provably not moving. You can look at Etherscan, and also now the ones, assume we've got the right asset on the NEM blockchain, you can see that that's been created, but they don't seem to be moving either. So the question is, if there's $700 to $800 million been raised, from who, right? When you actually look at the wording of what Maduro said, he said that $700 to $800 million of support had been pledged. Now, that might be a trick of language. It might be like some people have given him his word. Oh, yeah, mate, I'll put some money in, but haven't actually transferred the funds as yet, right? It could be like that. It's just propaganda. So it makes for interesting reading. Check out this link to the Caracas Chronicles will be in the video description. I'll post the other links that I've got to like Etherscan and the token and the white paper as well. What makes most interesting reading is the 48 comments at the end of this Caracas Chronicles article. There's all kinds of interesting comments which add additional insight. But let me know what you think in the comments below this video. What do you think? Do you think Maduro's lying? I do. Any other comments, suggestions, or sources? Stick those in the comments below and share them with the community. That's all for now, guys. Till the next time, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.